Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Inga Waite and I'm the Library and Museums Director for the City of Monterey. And I'm here to show you a look inside Monterey Public Library during COVID-19. So the library closed its doors on March 14th, 2020, and we all anticipated, as I'm sure you did as well, that it was just going to be for a couple of weeks and then everything would start right back up again. Well, here it is, and we're in January of 2021, and our front doors have still not reopened to our community, but that doesn't mean that we haven't been providing services. So immediately when the library closed in March of 2020, we pivoted and we offered a project called Project Outreach, which was a way that we called people, their homes, to see how they're doing, to let them know that we're available, and to help them, to refer them if they had questions about housing or meds and that sort of stuff. And we partnered with the Parks and Recreation Department and we reached thousands of people that way. So we also conducted a survey to find out what services people really wanted the most. And we learned that people really depend on the library for the collections that we offer, for the friendly and informed staff, and also for the programs that we offer for all different ages. So we started thinking about how we could do that. We provided telephone, reference, and email, and then we also launched a whole series of virtual programs for all ages. So we had history discussions, we had a yoga program, and we had children's programs, and our teen librarian, in preparation for summer reading, recorded 54 videos of teen programs so that we were ready for kids during the busy summer. Most of the feedback we received from customers was they really appreciated this opportunity to stay connected with one another because so many people were isolated at home. And it also, for the families who were used to coming to story time, it felt like things were normal because once a week they could tune into our story time. So we knew we were really meeting community need.
Even though our doors have been closed, our friendly librarians are available by phone. You can call us just to ask us to place holds for you. If you've never placed holds on our website, we can explain the process to you, help you get logged in, reset your password, pretty much anything you can think of. We're happy to provide recommendations. We can answer questions. If you don't have a computer, you need to look up a business, we're happy to help.
Hello. My name is Sean Briscoe. I'm the Reference and Local History Librarian here at the Monterey Public Library. So while the Monterey Public Library is closed and the California History Room is closed to the public, we strongly encourage everyone to reach out to us if they have questions on the history of Monterey or Monterey County, and we're more than willing to assist in any way we can, either through email, phone. We can reach out and email documents to anyone who would like information, so please feel free to reach out to us, and we are still open to help you with any of your research questions and inquiries.
So in June, we actually launched the first sidewalk service for the county. None of the other libraries had started it up yet, and we figured out a way to do it with a very reduced staff, because the sad news was, because of the impact of COVID-19 on the city's budget, not only were our staff reduced by 80%, but our book budget, the budget we used to buy magazines and newspapers and books and DVDs, was zeroed out. So how could we provide service? Well, we figured out a way to do it, and we have really creative and dedicated staff, and we have an incredible team of volunteers. So in June, we started sidewalk service, and now we average about 250 people a day, and we circulate over 500 items a day to members of our community.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn. I'm a library assistant at Monterey Public Library. I work the morning shift at the Sidewalk Help, And every morning there's at least one person waiting in line as I'm opening the door. And, you know, it's kind of nice to open the door and people who are there, they'll be like, good morning. And, you know, we're wearing masks these days, so you can't see the smiles, but you can hear it in their voices, and people are generally happy that we're there. We average around 50 people in the first hour, but on a good, really busy day, we can get up to 70 people in an hour, which just shows that our community still needs us.
The mission of our volunteer program here is to assist the professional staff in whatever needs to be done. Basically what we're doing now is the same thing that we did before the pandemic. It's done on a grander scale. We used to have maybe a 20-page paging list. Right now we're running about 63 pages. So we have 15 trained volunteers who come in at various times. Generally not more than 5 at a time, mainly because we want to keep our social distance. And we do the paging list, we pull the books, we prepare them and let the staff then scan them. Then they go ahead and put them in order on a cart, and we put them on shelves so that the patrons can come and pick them up. And then we also sort materials, which is something that was new to us. We had not done that before, but because they don't have adequate staff, we go ahead and sort materials and stage it. Most people put in about 2 hours a week or more, some several times a week. So we've been working with the library for quite some time, and again, it's mostly what we did before the pandemic.
I'm Diane Delormier. I'm a volunteer here at the library a couple mornings a week helping staff with what they're doing, but I'm also the Monterey Public Library Friends and Foundation president this year. I think it's been wonderful to support the staff. They're really spread thin and trying to do what they can to serve the public in the best way we can under the circumstances. And so this is an environment where volunteers have an opportunity to be of service in a safe environment and keep the wheels turning until we can open.
One of the things that people ask us is, well, how do you make sure these materials are safe? And so there have been studies at a national level conducted to see how long does the COVID virus stay on library materials. And we've been following the protocols established from those national studies. And so what we do is we quarantine everything that comes back to us for 4 days before we are putting it back on the shelf or checking it out to the next customer. So we're following all the safety protocols in the building. We have a few staff members in the building, and as I said, this dedicated team of volunteers. We practice social distancing, we wear our masks, we wash our hands, and we follow all those good things to make sure that we're staying safe so that we can provide you safe service. So how did we get materials to circulate? Well, one of the really wonderful stories is we have a Friends and Foundation, and they have been raising money every way they can think of to raise funds so that our community has access to new books and new materials. And so we started off the year with a gift from them of $25,000. So that's how we've been able to provide access to new materials. And then the state library stepped in because we had no budget for magazines or newspapers, and they purchased for us and some other libraries a product called Flipster, which you can find on our website, and that is magazines that you can actually read the current issues of magazines on your computer or your tablet or your smartphone by coming to the library virtually. And then the other thing that we've been doing is continuing to provide our phone and reference service. It's very popular. I think it's about 40 people a day who are calling in or emailing us with all kinds of questions. and we're providing bundles of books, because some people say, you know, I just want to come in and browse. That's what I really miss. I'm not sure what I want to read.
Started this thing called book bundles that are perfect for people who aren't quite sure. They don't have an exact title that they're looking for, but you know, say that you have a 5-year-old at your house who really loves dinosaurs, and you would just like a pile of dinosaur books that a librarian selects that you can come pick up. We've done audiobooks. Maybe you like mysteries on audiobooks. You're not sure what we have. We'd be happy to pick some out for you. There's a form on our website, and then you just put in your contact information, how many items you're hoping for, and then a description of who they're going to be for, if it's for like a child or somebody specific.
Another thing that we're doing is providing virtual programs, continuing to do that. And we have a wonderful librarian who's doing children's programs for us once a week, and then a live Zoom program once a month.
Hi, my name is Orquídea Olvera. I do children's virtual programming with Monterey Public Library. We're providing a virtual story time for the children. We provide a video every week for them to see with stories and songs, and as well as every month we provide a live story time for the kids that they can join in through Zoom or Google Meets and be able to participate in the story time. So it's been very gratifying to be able to still provide that service for children and their parents and their families as well.
Hi, I'm Peggy. I'm the youth librarian here at Monterey Public Library. One of the challenges of offering something with the doors closed made us think that maybe we could offer an art program. So we created a little art to-go box for people that could sign up, and it's been really well received. We're trying to think of a way that even though the doors are closed, we can get activities into the kids' hands. Another thing that we're really focused on right now is getting books into kids' hands. So we really encourage parents to call and let us know, or email us at the ref desk and let us know what books they need as they continue their journey doing homeschooling or online schooling. And that would really supplement what we're trying to accomplish here.
We also have programs for adults. When we did our survey, because we want to make sure we're offering the kinds of programs people want, we found that people are really looking for sort of health and well-being kinds of programs that would bring them together with other folks. So we offer a weekly mindfulness program, and we also have a monthly integrative health program where we bring in a different professional to talk about different integrative health practices. And we've brought back a history lecture series, and we're planning to do so much more. And we know that now that people have learned to attend virtual programs, there's a real interest in continuing to do that. So we hope to continue that into the future.
So I'm Carl Salbaca. I'm currently working as a Library Assistant 1 on call. A surprising number of people have said that they don't know what they would do if the library were not open, that we are their source of sanity in an insane time. I did hear a story from a lady a couple days ago who said that she gets books for her 92-year-old neighbor, and that basically that being able to get those things for him has been a lifeline during this time when he's had to be totally isolated from all the people who he knows.
Some of our patrons expressed that they are sad that they cannot come into this room. The Monterey Public Library's California History Room has a wealth of knowledge in there, from our books to our articles to our clipping files, newspapers. So they have missed coming in, but have been very grateful that we were able to get this information out during this time.
A lot of times after we check out materials to customers, they're very thankful. They're like, we just want to say you're doing a great job. We just want to thank you for you know, what you're doing. We're so happy that you're still open. We had a lot of people who were scared that we're going to be closed during the second lockdown, and so everyone keeps saying, like, are you considered essential yet? Because you're essential to us, and I really love that. That's adorable.
For the patrons, I can't tell you how many times I've been putting books on a shelf and I hear people just thanking the staff over and over and over again for providing this service to the community.
One of the most frequent questions we're asked is, what's next? When are you going to reopen? Almost on a daily basis, we have someone say, I just want you to reopen. When's that going to be? And unfortunately, when we look into our crystal ball, we don't see a clear answer. There really are two obstacles for us. One is we really need to make sure that the COVID virus has been contained and that it's safe for people to be out and about again. And then the other issue is funding. So at this point, there isn't sufficient city funding for us to reopen at the level we were open before. And so we need to relook at how we staff things and figure out how we can reopen when it becomes safe to do so. And we also want to bring our bookmobile back. I should mention that. People say, hey, what about the bookmobile? We would love to put our bookmobile back on the road. So in the meantime, please don't hesitate to call us, email us, borrow materials through our Sidewalk service, attend our virtual programs, and stay in touch. We are honored to serve you. We're proud to be California's first public library. We've been in existence for 171 years, and we plan to be in existence for many, many more 100 years into the future. Thank you.